Nianna. Thank you for joining us for another CAN TV broadcast for Social Security. I am here with my co-host.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, CAN TV. How are you? My name is Nichole Joseph. I am a public affairs specialist with Social Security Administration. I've actually worked with Social Security for over 10 years now, and my specialty would be retirement, children's benefits, spousal benefits, Medicare. So that is what I do. And just so you know, this is a live show, so you can call in. I hope I didn't take your line.
No, it's okay, Nicole. Thank you. You said what I was going to say. But that was cool. Yes, this is a live show, so if you want to call us, we're at 312-738-1060. That is 312-738-1060, and we are more than welcome to answer your calls. Today we will be discussing Social Security fraud calls, my Social Security account, replacement documents that you can do online in the comfort of your home, and we're going to touch on a little bit of the retirement, disability, and Medicare. So buckle up. We have a full show for you all today. But before we get started, we are going to talk about fraud calls.
Oh, yes,
Oh my gosh,
yes.
Nicole.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I have a story, but I'll let you go.
Oh my God, do we have stories? Okay, so first things first, Social Security does not suspend Social Security numbers.
No, we don't suspend, and we don't legally say that we are going to sue you.
No, we don't.
No, and we don't threaten you with bodily harm.
Sorry. No, we do not do any of the above. We only work with Social Security benefits. We help you. We're not trying to take from you.
Yes.
So if you get a call stating to go here or there, or we'll suspend the benefits, first of all, we do not make those type of phone calls. We will always send a letter in the mail before we take any action on anyone. We will send a letter in the mail letting you know something is going on. But if you are not receiving Social Security benefits specifically, we more than likely 1,000% probably won't reach out to you in any way, shape, or form unless you have request information from us, such as information about retirement, disability, your statement. If you reach out to us, then we will go ahead and send you some of that information or in the mail, or we will email you, but we definitely will not make any type of telephone calls saying we'll do any crazy stuff.
Yes, exactly. So I want the public to be aware of this. A lot of times people pick up numbers and they may not recognize the numbers. So my advice would be, do not pick up those numbers. Let it go to voicemail. And if they're threatening you, and if they're saying they're from Social Security, I can pretty much guarantee they're really not. So you can report it to OIG.
Yes.
And you can also go to OIG online. But my best advice for you would be, do not engage. If you do pick up the phone, just hang up. That's simply it. I was literally sitting at work at Social Security, and I got a call. But of course, I didn't pick up because I didn't recognize the phone number.
Right.
Then, when I listened to the voicemail, it was actually, they said, the commissioner of Social Security that was calling me and threatening me.
That is terrible. And you at Social Security.
And I work at Social Security. So I just want everyone to be aware, and please share this, because we're concerned about our older citizens that may be a little more naive, and they will pick up the phone. Please tell them, just hang up. It's okay. If we need to get in contact with them, we will contact them by mail.
We have a few websites for you. One is the OIG website. That's www.oig.gov, and you can go onto that site and actually report it. I'm going to just go ahead and show you all how that site looks. If I can get it up.
Okay, just click on the red part.
Okay, so let's go ahead and show you how to get to the OIG website. Okay, right here. Hello, Inspector General. This is from Social Security site, actually. And you can go to www.ssa.gov. Let me just go back to the... Okay, I can't get to let's go to the home page. Okay, so when you go to www.ssa.gov, there will be a bar at the bottom of the Social Security site. The one I just clicked on, it was a red bar. You would click on that, and then it will bring you to this page. Okay, once you get to this page, you can either report it, report the fraud call, but it also gives you information about those scam calls that we're getting. For the public. You can read up on it. This is a recent post posted a few days ago on May 17th, and it just gives you information about the fraudulent calls, not to answer any questions on those calls. You would click, you can continue reading. We'll say continue reading. And then it gives you the website to OIG. It gives you the site here. You can also call the number here. It tells you the time frame in which you can make those calls from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time, which means that is 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central time. So you can just make that either report it directly through the site, or you can make, if you feel more comfortable in talking to a person, you can call that number. And you can also go ahead and just put in a report for identity theft if you want a little more security, knowing that your voice has been heard and someone has received your information. You can go ahead and do that. But the most important thing is you can just report it through the OIG website, or make that telephone call. It is, like Nichole said, very, 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 very important that you just don't give out any information over the phone. We have so many stories that we could tell today.
Oh, yes, exactly.
That would go over time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And another thing that they're doing, they're spoofing numbers.
Yeah.
I do know that in our Social Security Rochester, Minnesota office, they spoofed their general information line, and they got 2,000 calls in 3 days.
Oh, wow.
From people who were calling to say that Social Security called them.
Yeah.
So please exercise caution. And so I know that in general, no government agency or reputable company will call or email you unexpectedly and request your personal information or request advance fees for services in the form of a wire transfer or gift cards. Build up the habit of verifying the identity of anyone who asks for your personal information over the phone, and say you will respond through the entity's customer service channels. If anyone pressures you to provide information or money over the phone, it's a scam. You should hang up. And once again, the Social Security national number is 1-800-772-1213. That is 1-800-772-1213. And you can contact them to find out if anyone was trying to reach you.
So yeah, just use caution. Better safe than sorry. So even if you get those calls and you're just not sure if it's Social Security, better safe than sorry. Don't answer any questions. Just go into your local office and see, or call us and see if we were trying to reach out to you. If we needed additional information from you, we definitely don't call and ask for money from you.
Right,
so
definitely.
Just kind of like you just have to use caution when listening, but just go on and press that. Just
hang up.
Yes.
Just hang up. You don't recognize the number, don't even pick up. Number one. If you do pick up and they're threatening you, just hang up. Okay?
Yeah, so moving right along, we're going to go ahead and talk about creating your My Social Security account.
Yay!
Because when in doubt, whenever we send information out, you can actually go through your My Social Security account. If you apply for any benefits, if you think if it's pending, it'll show pending. If it's approved, it'll say approved, and so on and so forth. But to create your My Social Security account, you want to go to www.ssa.gov. You want to click the tab for My Social Security. It's really at the bottom of the page. I went ahead and did a little bit of it for you, but it's at the bottom of a page, and you would state create My Social Security. You can create the account. If you already have your account, you can sign in. Or if you started your account and you hadn't finished, you can go back in and finish setting up your account. This My Social, I have one, is very helpful in knowing how much you receive in benefits, your benefit amounts. If you are receiving benefits, you can go ahead and update your direct deposit, telephone number, address. Now, this is only for persons who are receiving disability or retirement or Medicare. If you're receiving SSI, we're still not that advanced just yet. We're getting there, but for those who are receiving the retirement, disability, or Medicare, you can go ahead and update your address, telephone number, and if you're receiving actual benefits, direct deposit from the comfort of your home, and with a few clicks of the button, and you don't even have to contact us.
Yes.
We can update it for you.
Yes, because I know a lot of you like to just come out and hang out at Social Security. I'm sure. I hear you all out there. But this is just one way you can do things from the comfort of your home, and that's why we have it. So when you create a My Social Security account, like I have one, the one thing that I like, I have to think about my future, and that's why we put it out there. A lot of times, we're not sending out statements until you're 60 or older. We stop. So this is a way you can go in and you can start planning for your future. Because what people have to understand, when you have access to this information, a lot of times people think that they're going to be able to live off of Social Security. And that's why we made it convenient for you to get these accounts so you can look at it and get a realistic view of what Social Security does. We are the foundation to help you in your retirement, but normally a lot of people have other things that they combine with that so that they can retire successfully. Okay? And like she said, there are a lot of things that you can do online. One of the biggest things that we are now pushing, if you can get a replacement Social Security card online, and especially in the state of Illinois with the Real ID that's coming, and we'll have to have Real IDs by October 1st of 2020.
Right.
So, as opposed to going to the office to apply for or get a replacement Social Security card, you can actually do this online. Just as long as your name hasn't changed, you still have the same address, and you have an email address. You can just get that Social Security card online.
Yep. Now, with getting the Social Security online, there are stipulations to the ID you can use. Like Nichole said, you can use your valid driver's license, state ID, or passport. Make sure no changes need to be made, such as your date of birth or any changes with your name or address. If you have a valid driver's license, state ID, or passport, you can put that in the information in there and you can replace it online. However, if you don't have a valid driver's license, state ID, or passport, unfortunately, you would not be able to do the request online.
But wait. Guess what? You can. You can do it online because they don't ask for an expiration date.
Yes. If you don't have those specific documents, then you would have to come into the office.
Into the local office. So then that's another advantage about having a My Social Security account and getting a replacement card, because they're not going to ask you for your expiration date for your driver's license. But if you go into the local office, you have to have a valid driver's license.
Right. Correct. And also online, you have to be 18 or older.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so
definitely.
For minor children, you cannot replace a Social Security card online. You can't even create a My Social Security. My Social Security online. You would have to come into the office and see us. Yes. And we're more than willing to help you, or send those information in the mail.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So we went over the replacement document.
Oh, wow. we did a little bit of everything.
Yeah, we went over the fraud. We went over creating your My Social Security account. Now, what outside of the replacement Social Security cards and address change, direct deposit, what else can they do online through their My Social Security account?
Oh, my goodness. You can see... Number one, I already told you, you can see what you would get at age 62, your full retirement age, or at age 70. You can also, if you are getting benefits, you can see how much your benefits are. I know I was in the office and someone came in to get a check. For whatever reason, they did not receive payment. So they came into the office. While they were in the office, they issued the check, but they just put it in the system, and then they were going to direct deposit it. So they asked her to open up a My Social Security account. She opened up an account. When she opened up the account and signed in, she saw her payment.
Oh, look
It
at that.
happened just in minutes.
Wow.
So you see your payments. Like if something is due to you and someone's like, oh yeah, I put it in a system, you can go log in and you can see that payment.
That's good, Nichole. I never even thought about that, but that's
Yes.
that's actually really good. If you have any doubts that you didn't receive your payments or when is your payments going to get
Yes.
there, well, yeah, you can see that through your
Helpful. We're here to help you.
You don't even have to come into the office.
No.
A lot of times people come into the office for the replacement
Yes.
card. I haven't received my benefits.
Yes.
Before you even come in, you can check your My Social Security account to see if actually it was paid out or if you got to wait a little longer what the scheduled date is for your benefit check.
Yes.
And you don't even have to worry about coming
Yes. And you can get benefit verification letters that you can customize. You can customize this.
See? Nichole, one more than me. I did not know that.
Yes.
Okay.
It's so many advantages. Also, if you're filing your taxes, you can get your 1099 for the previous year.
So you really, if you don't have to, that's why the My Social Security was created through www.ssa.gov to help out with the influx.
Yes.
So many people, the wait time, you don't have to wait. Ticket number to be called, be set down, and then see another person. It just really to help the public to go a faster route, which is through the comfort of your own home. You can print it out, you can see what's going on, and then you don't even have to, you can come visit us, but you don't have to.
You don't have to.
Yeah. Okay, we have a caller. How can we help you?
Hello, caller?
Wow, y'all Serena does a tight job. Woo! Well, I have a great question. Especially for all this automated and you only need your ID. I want to know, how does the computer at home know that you don't have a fake ID and allow you to open up that account?
Great question, caller. It's going to ask you information that pulls from your credit report. So only you will know that information.
So so while I'm doing this, it's going in my credit report, huh?
But it doesn't affect your credit. We call them out-of-wallet questions. So you have to answer the out-of-wallet questions in order to get a My Social Security account. So we do this for your protection.
And a lot of times if you try to answer the question correctly but it just don't go through, then you would have to come into the office.
Yes.
And we will get an activation code for you. So there is multiple tight security, for the public, so someone won't create an account and do fraudulent things with other people's information. That's why we have other precautions that we take just in case that do come up. So
yes, and what people don't think about, with everything that's been happening with the breach of all the different companies, Experian, all of this, if you open up your My Social Security account, that's protection for you. Because only you have that information. So I am the biggest advocate of everyone opening up a My Social Security account because, number one, it provides protection and you get good information. We have benefit estimators. You can go in there and play around with it. If you haven't filed for your benefits yet, you can go in and say, oh, what'll happen if I collect my benefits at age 63 and I'm making this amount of money?
Right.
Or you can say, what if I want to wait to my full retirement age? So they have a lot of things on there that's beneficial to you. And we're just trying to get this out to everyone. We're trying to get it out to our millennial children.
Exactly.
These are things that they need to know. We want them to do better than us, their parents.
Yeah.
Okay? So,
thank you. So, okay, so like we were stating before, in regards to once you have your My Social Security account, and this is specifically for persons who actually want to apply for benefits. Before you apply for benefits, you create your My Social Security account, and then you go ahead and apply for either the retirement, the disability. If you have filed for disability and were denied, you can go ahead and file an appeal from the webpage www.ssa.gov, and then you can also see the status
Yes.
of your applications through your My Social Security account.
Yes.
So if you aren't sure, we always follow up, of course, and we send emails. But if you're in that limbo where you're waiting to see the next step, if you're going to be approved or not, in your My Social Security account, it says pending or approved
Yes.
or otherwise, and then you would just take the next step. So it is very helpful. to have
yes.
this account.
And then here's the thing. Even if you're denied and you have an appeal or you go to the judge, that information is up there with the date and time. So, I mean, it's so much information.
It is, and it is really helpful. We try to make it as easy and as stress-free as possible, and that's through the comfort of your home. I have one. Ms. Nichole said
Yes.
you have one, so it is really helpful. You can go apply for benefits through the Social Security website at www.ssa.gov. You can apply for the retirement. Let's see if I can get this working. Yes, here we are. You can apply for the retirement, the disability. You can also apply for Medicare. You will have to have a My Social Security account again to apply for the benefits. But once you do have your My Social Security account established, you can go ahead and apply for the benefits. Once you have applied, we do send a letter saying thank you for applying, congratulations, you're at your retirement age, so on and so forth. And if we need additional information, that's when we will reach out to you after you receive your initial letter stating that we have received your application. So just in regards to the fraud calls. So if you apply and you haven't heard anything, but you get a call saying, give me your information, 9 times out of 10, we do send that letter before we make those telephone calls, just so you won't be iffy, like, okay, is this really them calling? Is this a fraud call? We like to give people a heads up because of everything that's going on today.
Yes.
So yes, once you have established that, you can, like I said, you can go in and apply. Now, the Social Security disability, it is a 5-month waiting period. So once you do that application, we send a letter. Once we have reached out to you, letting you know we need documents that we need, and everything is done on your end to turn in what we need. It is a 5-month waiting period. Depending on the type of benefits you are receiving, it is a 5-month waiting period. So while you're waiting, you can go in your My Social Security account, check your status, see how much benefits estimated amount you'd receive, because the exact amount is actually in your award letter.
Yes.
But you can see your estimated amount that you receive at your whatever disability or the retirement benefits. Okay, we have another call.
Yay! Caller.
Caller, how can we help you? Hi, caller. Thank you for calling. How can we answer your question?
You guys look so ready. Got another question.
Okay.
You know what? That 5-month thing really kind of burned my back. What is that? Because I know back in my mom in them days, if you were certified as being disabled, they gave you your money. I didn't understand that. Well, we said you just became disabled this month, but we make you wait on your check almost the end of the year. What is that all about?
Okay. Well, thank you, caller, for that question, which is a very good question. So there is a process that Social Security uses in order to consider you disabled. It is, once we get all of the information, you go online, you put in all the information, and then if we need additional information, because we'll need information regarding your doctor visits, the medication, any clinics you visited, all of that information. Then you give us permission for to get your medical records. Once we have all of that in the system, it goes to the Disability Determination Services Center. And I think in Illinois, it's located in Springfield.
Yep.
So they're the ones that actually make the decision. They have expert doctors, nurses, and health people that work in that office, and they make the decision regarding if you're disabled or not. And then from there, they work with your doctor. They get information from your doctors and all of the facilities you've been to. They look at your medications, and then they compare it to anyone else that they have, the guidelines that they use, and they make a determination if you are considered disabled. So technically, our office doesn't make the decision. The Disability Determination Services Center makes that decision. Boy, that's a lot. Normally we say DDS, but I'm not supposed to use the acronym, so I'm trying to say it out. So DDS makes that decision.
Yes. Thank you for your call. And Nichole, this is the end.
What?
This is the show. I
We've been
know.
having so much fun.
We have, and so much information. Thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate you watching. Thank you for the phone calls.
Yes.
And I hope this was useful. And you all apply this information, such as creating your My Social Security account.
My Social Security account. Yay.
Thank you. Thank you for watching today.
Thank you. Come again next Wednesday.
Yes.